Push the button. That button.
Oh. Oh, here we are. Yay.
Woo!
That intro really didn't take that long.
How long is it?
Even while it was playing, I was wondering, do we need a new intro?
I don't know. What do you guys
like
think?
that one? Yeah, I like this one.
I kind of like it.
All right, do the
I
intro.
like when people always ask me, which one is which in the baby picture?
Well, it says right on there.
I'm kidding. Hey, everybody. Welcome Wednesday night again. I'm Ron here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And always I have with me my favorite brother.
I'm his brother, Mike in Amarillo, and I'm having Moco's aquí.
Moco's aquí. Oh, your Espanol es muy bonito.
Gracias.
And Mike tonight is what the cat dragged in.
I am what the cat dragged in. And what are you? The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand. I don't understand it, but
Google it. You'll trust me. The video will pop up. For those of you that'll be watching and know what I'm talking about, it's a trend on TikTok right now. It's actually pretty funny.
Oh,
it involves either small people or baby goats.
Okay.
I'm dead serious. Though is the funny part. That's the bad part. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, but it involves small people or baby goats.
Midgets or baby goats.
I think that's a completely different TikTok and website.
No.
Isn't that a pay-per-view?
GTS.
Okay,
GTS, baby.
I'm going to have to Google that shit.
Well, actually, write it down so you'll forget. So get your pencil.
What does it say? The kind of shit?
The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand.
Okay, smart ass. I'll do you one better. I'll get into the now.
Oh, shit.
I'll just take a picture of it. There. Write that down my ass. Besides, what the hell is a pencil?
Actually, this morning, Michelle made me this wonderful breakfast, like a sausage, muffins, egg breakfast thing. And it's so funny. We're so attuned to our social media now. The first thing I thought of when she brought me the sandwich was, this looks so good, I should take a picture of
it. Please tell me you're not that people, dude.
I didn't do it, but it did cross my mind.
But you thought about it.
I reached for my phone. I thought, okay, don't be dumb. Just eat the fucking sandwich.
That reminds me of a comedy bit that I saw somebody do a while back. This may sound familiar. Speaking of Google that shit. I can't remember who it was, but he says, can you imagine when we were kids and you'd sit down with like grandma and grandma would go through the photo album with you and you'd say, ooh, grandma, what's that? Well, that's me and your grandfather out at the lake when we were fishing. What's this? Well, that's me and your dad when you first came along, and this is what I made for you to wear. He said, can you imagine what kids in the future are going to do? Hey, they're going to just pick up a phone and start scrolling and showing pictures. Hey, what's that? Well, that's a delicious breakfast I had.
Well, this is a shit I took back in 1997.
I was pretty proud of that turd, so I went ahead and took a picture of it.
Well, I went to the bathroom and I gave birth to a baby arm. You want to see?
I worked with a guy years ago that he came out of the bathroom one day. John, I can't think of his name, but he had some of the funniest sayings.
I'm sorry, Mike. Did you say that John came out of the bathroom?
Yeah, John came out of the bathroom, and he says, he comes out and says, "Oh, Mike, I'm going to have to start taking a baseball bat to that bathroom with me." Why? Because I just shit a mountain lion. I think of John every once in a while.
So, okay, Mike and I were talking backstage about how to kind of streamline this show because we always just go willy-nilly all the time, and we've got a couple ideas, but this kind of communication and the banter back and forth, this is what brings up some of the best conversations. So talking about bathroom stories. When I was a kid, I used to always go through Dad's lunchbox when he got home from work, right? And he had this, and this is how they used to tell jokes or share jokes back in the day. Had a photocopy of a bunch of jokes in his lunchbox he must have gotten from work, and I'm maybe 10, 11 years old. I pull it out and I got this paper and I'm all reading through it. And, and one of the, I don't remember how it goes, so bear with me, but it's something along the lines of, how do you know when a guy is a real stud? And the answer was, he bangs his dong on the urinal to dry it off.
Oh my.
As a kid, I mean, I'm like, I was lost. I'm like, why does he bang his dong on the urinal?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, poor Dad. He's banging his dong. I think it's a song, Get It On, Bang a Dong. So anyway, that being said, I'll be here all week.
Yeah.
And
back to you, Mike.
Well, see, now that reminds me of a childhood joke that was going around when we were kids that had something to do with peeing off the side of a bridge, right? So there's two guys. There's two guys pissing off the side of the bridge, and to impress each other, one says, "Wow, that water sure is cold," and the other guy says, "Yep, and deep too."
Love it.
That's going all the way back to childhood, man. Those are the kind of jokes we told when we were kids. Speaking of dongs, but yeah, good for you. I don't know that I was ever brave enough to open Dad's lunchbox. So good for you.
When I was a kid, I think Dad purposely would leave like he always took like Twinkies and stuff like that for dessert. I think he purposely leave them in his lunchbox because he knew I'd always get his lunchbox when he got home. So that's my theory. That's the story I'm going with. If you don't like it, then
that's what you're going to roll with.
That's right. My story, and I'm sticking to it.
So there you go.
So I know we didn't have an agenda to talk about, but I want to talk about something. Something that my wife is dealing with right now, and Mike, you and I have dealt with it, and actually all of us have dealt with it in greater magnitude as we've gotten older. It's dealing with parents and loved ones as they get older. I honestly think, man, there needs to be some sort of a class or a series you can watch on how to deal with this stuff. Because, Mike, you know what you and I dealt with Mom, before she passed.
I dealt with it with Mom, Dad.
Yeah. And now Michelle's dealing with her stepmom in California. And I mean, it's a lot, man. It's just something that you're not prepared for as a young adult or a child or even a grown adult half the time. And it's brutal.
There are just some things you can't run to YouTube for, and there are some things you can't GTS. You just have to, figure it out as you go through it. And each one is a separate experience.
Oh yeah.
They're just not the same thing. So here's the only thing I can say to that is just do the very best you can, because that's all you can do. And, seek the guidance of someone that may have a stronger, knowledge than you do. But in the end, to me, honestly, there's no right way or wrong way to deal with it. So long as you just jump in with both feet and do your damnedest. Look, and we've been through that a couple of times here in just recent months with some friends of ours, people that were the friends are very close to us, but they lost loved ones. And so it's everyone is unique. Everyone's a personal experience. And so you're right. There is no, I guess, how-to book on how to, and if there are, honestly, I don't think they're going to be accurate, and what may work for one just is not going to work for you.
No, I agree. I mean, everybody in every situation is going to be an individual experience. We had Michelle's stepdad with us in his dying days, and just the trials we had to deal with that, and we had mom living with us, you had mom living with you. Yeah, I mean, there's no way to prepare for that kind of shit.
Nope.
And when you're in your teens and 20s and 30s, I mean, yeah, you see old people as old people, but when it starts getting down to the nitty gritty of you have to start jumping in and taking care of shit, it takes a toll on everybody, especially
I
the
don't
person
think
that's providing the care.
until it becomes a necessity in your life, like for you and Michelle, um, until it becomes that necessity for the first time, I don't think you really ever think about it. You
No.
just it never, even for example, even with like mom, um, I knew where she was. I knew what was happening, but nonetheless, I had her in the care of a good home here, and yet when she passed away, it was just totally unexpected. I was not expecting the call that day. It's one of those things like I can tell you where I was, what I was doing when the call came. Um, look, it is just what it is. And you said it yourself, when you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, it's just not on your radar. It's nothing that you're giving serious thought to. I just think it's part of the life experience, be it good, be it
True.
bad. It happens. Look, and I hate that we're going morbid on this one, but at some point, family is going to have to deal with us, man.
Well, it's like Matt said it best. Cousin Matt, welcome. Glad you're here with us tonight. Matt says, funny and sad how the roles are reversed. Parents take care of you at the beginning of your life, and you take care of them at the end of theirs. And it really is, quite the difference, man. And again, I just wish there was some way that you could, Mike, you and I talk a lot about passing down knowledge to younger folks, millennials and Gen Zers, and hey, talk to the old people about, what their life was like and how they dealt with things. And maybe this could be one of the things that they could, take advice from.
Get next to them. There's no greater resource on the planet than someone older than you are. Go pick that brain, get what you can out of it, because life comes with no guarantees. Look, and everybody will know who it is. We had a family member that I was actually spending some wonderful conversations with, getting answers to questions, and there was more. I still have a shitload of questions I want answered, but this person unexpectedly passed away, and to me, that's a great example of, man, you need to get those answers while you can,
get it while it's there.
Nothing lasts forever. And
they say tomorrow's not guaranteed, man. You never know when your last day on earth is going to be. I don't care how old you are.
Now, to lighten it up a little bit, so you're talking about, well, Matt is saying it right there. It's funny how the roles reverse. Not to that extent, but in my relationship with Dad, I can pinpoint the moment when I became the adult and Dad became the kid. And it was funny as shit, because we were on a motorcycle ride. We used to take rides every year. Yep. And so we're up. It seemed like we're in Montrose, Colorado, and it was hotter than hell that day. And I had my Honda 1800, and Daddy had the Harley. And to make a long story short, we had both stopped to fill up the gas tanks, and then we went to like a Walgreens or something. And when we came out, there's like this puddle underneath his motorcycle, and like it just been pissing. And so we're freaking out. We're going, what the hell is this? And so finally, a lady says, well, there's a Harley Davidson dealership just on the street. Maybe they can help you. So we took it down to this Harley Davidson place, right? And Dad says, well, no, I'm sorry. It was, they fixed that problem, but he had a tire issue. So they explained to him, how to fix the tire. And then you got to fast forward a little bit. I can't remember exactly where we were, but he laid the bike down.
Oh shit.
And it drained some oil. It wasn't a bad deal. It just drained some oil. We pick it back up. Well, Dad refuses to ride it. Oh no, son, you don't understand. I run synthetic oil in that thing. And I said, and some guys had stopped and said, "Hey, we have some oil we can give you. That should ought to get you to wherever you got to go to get it fixed." And Dad's, "Oh no, no, I run a specific oil in this. It's a specific." And I finally looked at him and I said, "Hey,
Put the
put the
fucking
fucking
oil in.
oil in the bike and let's get going." And I have to tell you, in that moment, it became clear to me, and I don't mean to pick on Daddy. I
Oh,
love him,
dude, I get it.
but I became the adult, and he became the kid.
Yeah.
It was funny, but I really felt bad because you and I feel the same way. I had such a measure of respect for him, and I was still a kid when I was around him. But that day, I thought, "Oh my God, I just yelled at my dad. I just became the adult and the poor man just became the kid." It was really kind of funny. We laughed about that and a few other things, but um, that's part of the life cycle. You have those moments, little Ron will do it to you, and if he hasn't done so already,
So he
to where,
tries, but I still have to
yeah,
keep him in check.
where he's going to chirp up a little bit and that's what I mean. At some point, we are going to be on the other side of that thing. At some point, they're going to yell at us. And
I
we're going
keep
to
him in
become
check
the
to a certain extent, but I think he could probably kick my ass if I had to guess. I don't know if you want to test that theory.
Look, dude, I
got about 30 seconds worth of fight left in me, and I don't want to waste it on you. I want to use it when I really need to have it.
Yeah, I got one bullet in the chamber. It's not meant for you.
That's it. No,
You know what I'm talking about?
not playing that game.
Talked a good game, but I'm thinking maybe my fighting days may be behind me.
Dude, I went from that, Mike, to just being the cranky old man. That's just me right now. Everything pisses me off, and I have to stop myself in the middle of the day. And matter of fact, I was sitting here in the desk this morning, saying a prayer today, and it's always the same thing. It's like, God, help me be a better person.
Yeah,
because I can be a dick. I mean, Michelle, you don't need to comment, but yeah, I can. I'm that guy, and I hate being that way sometimes, but in my line of work, running a business and having employees, sometimes I have to be that way, and it's hard to separate that sometimes.
Well, I tell you what I do, because I think we both do the same thing in my morning prayer. One of the things I ask is, let me be the person today that so many people depend on me today.
Amen.
To be. Let me be that person. Let me live in a way that glorifies you. Let me live in a way that honors my dad who raised a little boy up into a man. So that's just part of my prayer. But yeah, I always go to, help me to be the person today that so many people depend on me to be. Comment. He told you not to.
Oh, you don't listen. You don't listen. No good.
You don't listen. You don't get no soup. No soup for you. No soup for you.
So since we're telling dad stories, you remember as kids, we used to always go up and cut firewood every year, right?
Yep.
And Dad and I were up there up in Manitou, wherever the hell we used to go, and cutting firewood. And we're calling back. We're coming back, Matt. We're coming back, and I was thirsty, and I had drank all my water already, and it's cold outside, and I'm thirsty. And Dad's like, "Well, here's some. You guys have thermos here. Here's some coffee." I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, but it's cold." He goes, "But it's wet, and it'll quench your thirst." Ever since that day, I have no problem drinking cold coffee.
Yeah, I think I'll drink coffee, Dad. Thanks. I'll be glad to take that off your hands.
Matt, I love
you. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it happens. Sometimes you can sneak it out, sometimes you can't. But you know what? It's and I have to say, it's partly our father's fault because he always taught us to take care of ourselves.
Well, I was just sitting here.
Don't let people push you around. Don't be a pushover, and learn how to stand up for yourself.
Well, I wish he would have told us how we pray to not be a dick, because that would probably help.
Dear Lord, don't let me be a dick.
Don't let me be a fireman cap wearer.
Amen. Amen.
Don't want to
Amen.
be a wiener.
Well, for those of you that are, for the two of you that are joining us right now,
Yeah, exactly. Ronnie and I have talked about that too.
yeah, we're gonna come up with a plan of. I know we have to get out in people's faces on all the different platforms on social media to talk about when we're on. But I did notice one thing, Mike. I've gone back over the past few months to the shows, and we do get more traffic afterwards. It may not be
Yeah.
live. We may have 2 or 3 people here, but there's some shows get 15, 20, 30 people will view it. So
Well, I'm thinking maybe if one day we might just do a naked show and see.
yeah, hell, I'm down.
I may not be wearing pants right now. You don't know, right?
Oh,
throwing it out there.
Contraire, mon frere.
Throwing it out there. Sometimes commando is fun.
Commando Fridays, man. Is that still a thing?
Commando Fridays?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you remember that? People, that was always the big thing. Commando Friday.
I don't think I know what you're talking
Kind of
about.
like a Taco Tuesday.
Now that I'm familiar with clearly because I'm kind of a taco fan.
Yeah, Matt says we don't want to know.
Come on.
Please, Mike, stand up for us. Stand up and take a bow.
Your imagination's running wild right now. I wonder what my cousin Mike looks like.
So, Matt, enlighten us with anything.
Well, I'll tell you something he's got.
What's he got?
That I was pretty impressed with. Speaking about size, it's big. Matt's got a pretty big one, and I'm impressed with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He even sent a picture of it to me. He took a picture of it.
Grandbaby?
Nope.
No?
No, he's got a pretty good bourbon collection going on. I was impressed, man.
Pretty good what?
Bourbon.
Oh, bourbon. I thought you said burping. I'm like, what the fuck are you burping?
No, that's the alcohol in your system affecting
that's the system in my alcohol. Well, it's also for I'm not as thick as you drunk I am.
No, I was, in fact, Matt, I was bragging about you to a friend of mine today that I know is also a fellow connoisseur. So
why is it you get pictures of this bourbon collection, but Ron the Dick in Las Vegas doesn't get a picture of the bourbon collection?
Well, you said it yourself, Dick. It's
that's Richard to you, sir.
That's Richard. Richard, if you're nasty.
That's right. You call me Richard if you're nasty.
It just came up in conversation. And so I showed him my little one. But it's got a very unique shape.
God damn it. I'm just getting over being sick. Don't make me laugh like that. Right.
Yeah, it's shaped pretty interestingly. And I said,
I showed him my little one, and then he showed me his big one.
Looks like a small bomb. Yeah. Mon crayon es tres grand.
Mon crayon. Oh, muchos gracias. Matthew-san.
My pencil is very big. I'll send you one, Richard.
Oh no. I just came back. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, she walked right into. He showed me his big one, and I showed him my little one.
Can you imagine others watching this later going, "What the fuck? What are they talking about?"
They're like, "Click off of there.
Rewind." These two weirdos. What the hell? And the older ones only had one beer.
Yeah, that's the problem right there.
Well, the other problem is I forgot to pop the top on this one.
Oh, how you gonna? I have one guy that works for me. He does that. He'll bite the. I'm like, oh my god, don't do that.
Yeah, yeah. Lord. See, I'm already my mouth is already slobbering because you're doing that. There you go. All right, what else you got? What else can we get into that's going to probably get us in trouble later?
You don't know if Catherine's watching. You be quiet.
Did you just tell your wife to be quiet?
No, I was talking to you.
Yeah, I
Look, I will tell you, I am not afraid of most men, but I am afraid of my wife.
I'm telling you, your wife will kick your ass. And the other thing is, I
Oh,
think
whoop,
your
she
wife.
she
Ah,
is
she is watching. Uh-oh.
Damn it.
Crap.
All right, sing the hymnal, Mike. Sing the hymnal.
So much for the mature of the. Oh my God, I'm related to those two. That's poor
Oh,
Catherine.
she's getting married. She has to be,
Yeah, she is.
brought into the world.
She's also getting ready to graduate.
Ooh, getting educated. I like it.
Woo, doggies.
I
Yeah.
like it.
She's going to conquer the world, man. I'm telling you.
Smart
She
and
is,
beautiful. What a combination.
she's going to be one of those. It's just going to, the world is her oyster. And I hope I get to see how she starts to harvest it.
Oh, amen. Amen. We love some Cat. We don't see her as often, but if and when we do get to Colorado, we like to stop by. And Cat, anytime you're in Vegas, we have a room here at the house for you. And that goes for any of you family folks out there. We don't see enough of you guys, but Michelle and I live in like a 2-mile bubble of our house nowadays. Unfortunately, like I said, the wife's dealing with some stuff in California, so she's going to be traveling back and forth. But me and the dogs are here.
Carolyn and I just live in a bubble here in Amarillo. It has no mileage to it. Just
easy, John Travolta.
It's just a. Right now, people are going to go, "What the hell does he mean by that?"
That's one of the best things about being our age is we can say shit like that, and you and I understand it. Matt might even understand it, but most folks would be like, "John Travolta was in a bubble."
Boy in the bubble, GTS.
Boy in the bubble.
No.
Yeah, GTS.
That's my new thing now because of you. Thank you very much.
YouTube is going to get on fire tonight, man.
I love you both.
Boy in the Bubble has busted all the records.
That's right. That'd be funny if later we see something. For some reason, Boy in the Bubble again. Coming soon, Boy in the Bubble 2. Why? We don't know.
Because we burst the first one. Sorry. Too far. So, right. Kat, being as you're the youngest person on our show, do you understand what my screen name means?
She doesn't talk like that. She watches old school.
And I don't understand that either.
You scared her off. You scared her off. You scared her away.
No, she's still there.
You did.
No.
Either that or she's probably Googling it right now.
She might be. She's the smarter one of all of us.
Hang on, I'll figure it out for you.
Yeah, seriously, it has to do. Most of them have to do with midgets, and well, yeah, correct. She's right. But do you know what the TikTok theme is of that now? I told Mike behind scenes it has to do, or on the show, I don't know, has to do with like midgets and baby goats.
Kendrick Lamar.
It's a song, yeah. But if you Google, if you go onto TikTok, they probably have it on Instagram too. I don't know, but it's. I like the baby goats. I'm a huge baby goat.
How much are you being paid for this?
Obviously, not enough.
And why am I not getting any? And money. I'm not getting.
You talking the 50 sided TikTok? What are we talking about?
I'm going to start a TikTok for old people.
They have it already.
I'm not that side of TikTok.
Michelle, God dang it.
I just don't do TikTok.
God dang it. Hold on.
Ron, you stop talking about TikTok.
Talk about something. I want to pull it up. No,
all right.
Hold on.
See, I'm on board with Michelle.
You be quiet.
I think you need to stop talking. And Michelle, I think, the first step towards a cure is admitting you have a problem. Ron clearly has a problem with TikTok. With your tax-deductible donations, we can help people like Ron kick the bad habit called TikTok. We can help them lead a more productive and fruitful life. Free from the
send money now, you too can help guys like Ron.
Free from the trappings of 20-second videos. Oh, God. See, if people were tuning in right now, they'd be going, "The hell's the dude in the red doing?" He's looking at his wiener. Okay. So that's your bag now? Wow.
All right, whatever.
He doesn't admit he has bad habits
The
ever.
only bad habit I have is you, my love.
Okay. He just called you a bad habit, Michelle.
She
Again,
is.
clearly he's having issues.
She's like my cigar.
Ron, are you okay?
Have to have her. Gotta have her.
Do you need some help?
Do you need some help? Blink if you need help.
Are you in a troubled situation, Ron? You can't talk right now?
Yeah, right. Do I need to return this phone call?
Yeah, start blinking the Morse code.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing.
Is she hitting you?
I know she makes fun of me about watching my TikToks, and I do. And we all have our little evening and morning vices. She likes Instagram videos. I like TikTok videos. But you know what? It's it's we all learn to live together and love each other. Help was needed. That's it. I'm not watching any more TikTok as of today.
Come on, admit it. You're an addict. You're addicted. I'm hurting, man. I'm hurting. Come on, dude. What were you like when they took it down? What were you like when they took it down for like a day? Were you hurting? Were you hurting, Ron?
It's so funny.
I'm
Ron and Cecily and the Grandboys were here that night. We were watching the UFC fight, and Cecily and I both like to watch TikTok. And at the same time, we got these messages. TikTok's no longer available. But we're like, what the hell? So we're like, whatever, And then the next morning, I text Ron like 7:00. TikTok's back up.
Good news. TikTok is back.
Like,
by the way,
it would last long.
Like, by the way, I love you, son. But TikTok's back.
They try to say that the Chinese are watching us and learning. If they're learning shit from us off TikTok, then they're screwed.
Well, see, and I look at it from a different perspective because I have fallen prey to it, and that's why I purposely now leave my.
It's a time trap.
I leave it alone at 10:00. I don't even take it to the bedroom. I
plug
it
in.
I leave it out in 10. And because it is a time trap, and it will benchmark and highlight your viewing habits. Do I think the Chinese are spying? Look, I told somebody weeks ago, if the fear is that the Chinese are spying and gathering information, TikTok's not your only worry. It's anything digital media right now. Look,
Amen.
I'd be shitting my pants more about AI than I'd be worrying about TikTok right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And there's I think
I will admit, yeah, it's not a hidden fact that it is a time trap, and I'm in bed I'm asleep by 8:00. Ask my wife, but my head hits the pillow. I'm done. I'm up at 4:00 in the morning, 4:30. We get up, we have our routine, and I might watch a little bit in the mornings, but if I get home early enough in the afternoon, yeah, I'll sit and roll some TikTok. But yeah, it does, man. You'll sit down and everybody's heard it a million times before. You're like, just watch for 20 minutes, and then 2 hours later, you're like,
yeah,
holy shit, it's dark outside.
So then I have to ask you this: do you still have a TV?
Oh yeah, we have TVs.
So what do you watch? Do you watch TV?
Well, now I don't watch TV. I listen to TV while I watch TikTok.
Boom. There's the other one that I think is kind of funny.
Look, Mike, watch this.
Fishing. Oh, you got hooked.
I got one, honey. I got one. Stop it.
All right. Well, there we go.
What else we got?
I'm fresh out. I'm empty.
Bring it on.
Plus, I need to go open the other beer.
So you're saying you came unprepared?
I think it's it.
You came unprepared. I thought I raised you better than that.
When the hell are we ever prepared? We're never prepared. We don't know what the hell we're going to do when the opening play. When the opening's playing, I'm going, okay, what? I still don't know what we're doing.
I told Mike backstage, I'm like, we have some of the best conversations before we go live. It's like,
hey, backstage today was great.
We were cracking up, laughing. But the bad thing is, I can't tell you what the fuck we talked about.
Yeah, well, one of them is kind of a personal thing.
Oh yeah, okay. Now I remember. Now I remember. Yeah,
remember.
But I do have to go back, and I know you do the same thing. I'll go back and watch the entire episode the next day or two, just because I forget sometimes what we talk about.
I'd like to give it about a day, and then I'll watch it before I go to sleep. Because it'll put me to sleep.
Oh, wow, that's great. If you have a hard time sleeping, folks,
it's sleep. Our podcast and a couple of Benadryl, and I'm gone.
And a Modelo that you can't open.
I'm gone. Oh God, he's had Benadryl. Oh no, he's watching his. Oh Lord, he's going to sleep.
Oh shit. All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys for joining in. Kat, love that you joined us this evening. Hope you do it again later on. Tell your friends, man. Tell us how to get in touch with.
Kat, get with your young friends and find out how we're supposed to do this.
Say, we got these two old guys that are just dumb as fuck. Can you just watch them and just laugh at them?
I have these.
Have a laugh at old guys' night or something.
I have these two stupid old relatives. I love them, but they're idiots.
You're right.
And here's the problem. My dad really likes to watch them.
My dad really loves those guys.
Hey, you got to be good. You got to be good to them because her fiance.
Spreading the word now.
There you go. Her fiance.
Next week we might get 5 viewers.
That'd be awesome. That'd be great.
It's like a world record.
It's like I'll freeze up, man. No, don't tell me we have 5 listeners or 5 viewers. I will go full on.
Next week we're gonna get 6, Cotton. I was wondering how long it'll take to kick in. To bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it works out.
Let's see how it works out. Let's see if it works out. I haven't seen a play like that since, what was it? The Helsinki games of 31. What?
The Helsinki games?
What the hell is that? Oh, God.
We will not be able to see, Cotton.
That's right.
Anyway,
she has no ex-wife. She has no X chromosomes. She's got XY chromosomes.
She has an extra chromosome, right? God damn you, Bernice. It's a high-level beaver tranquilizer.
All right. For these and more movie quotes, next week
we'll move off of
Dodgeball.
I think Michelle had it right the one time where she told us we should do the whole show in a foreign accent.
I think we should do it all in movie quotes. That'd be hilarious.
Thank you. I don't think we can do the whole thing in a foreign accent because I don't think either one of us does a very good foreign accent.
No, mine aren't very good, but I can do some old man. Hey, what the hell you were?
Okay, Bart.
No, I tell you, speaking of Dodgeball, and then I got to go. Of all the funny lines that are, because I think Dodgeball is hilarious.
Oh my God, I love it.
But of all the funny shit they do in there, and think of them what you will, the funniest one to me is when whatever the main guy's name is, when he's leaving.
Vince Vaughn.
When Vince Vaughn's character is, leaving, and he bumps into Lance Armstrong at the airport bar, and Armstrong is going, "Yeah, I
beat testicular cancer.
I understand it. I beat testicular cancer." He goes on and on and on, and he says, "But so Vince goes, wow, you watch this? Oh yeah, I watch it all the time. ESPN 8, the Ocho, love it." And so ESPN 8's the Ocho, outstanding.
Amen.
Awesome. But the thing, the speech that Lance gives him is, I've beat cancer twice, brain cancer, all this other shit. Won the Tour de France.
And he says, but I'm sure you have your reasons.
Yeah, but I'm sure you have your reasons. Good luck.
Dude,
I
I
think
can
that's
watch
the
that
funniest scene
movie
in there.
every day. My wife always makes fun of me because I watch the same movies over and over again. But Dodgeball is probably one of my top rated movies ever. It's
I love
hilarious.
Dodgeball. I can watch it over and over. Napoleon Dynamite
Yes.
is my over and over movie.
My favorite quote from Dodgeball is Blade, Laser,
Blazer.
Laser.
He got blade, laser. He got all kinds of lasers.
I think she really killed that guy. All right. Anyway, I think we have our episode for next week. We're gonna do.
We may do it in.
We're gonna form a whole show in nothing but movie quotes.
What we need to do.
I'm
Hey,
game
here's
if
what you
you
can
are.
do. Is I was thinking they can give us like 2 or 3 movies, and you and I would have to have the conversation doing nothing but movie quotes from those movies.
You know who would be really good at this? Because every time Ron Jr. comes over here,
Get him on.
That's all we do is talk movie quotes the whole
Yeah.
time. It annoys the hell out of the women, but that's all we do the whole time he's here.
Yeah. I know the
So
feeling.
it's a win-win.
I know it. All right, so maybe we'll do that next week. We'll do nothing but movie quotes. We'll see how that goes.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us this evening. See you guys next week. Mike, as always, love you. Thank you for being here and joining
Love you
us. Have a great week. God bless you all. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.